All right, so I have now covered the entire perimeter of the bed, of the wooden area with regular that blue tape. And as I showed you in the other videos, I have the paint. I put a little bit of, about a quarter of it in the water. And I have already done one side. So I'm gonna take my brush and mix it in. And the only thing I noticed when I did this, because it's the first time I do it, that it is a little bit, a little bit messy. Not messy that you can't clean it up, but it just like drips all over the place as you do it. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get this to be a little bit neater. So, oops, I almost forgot. I have to spray with water first. All right, so I just took a spray bottle that I washed out. It's complete, it was clean. There's nothing in it, and I just put water. And so what you do first is you spray. And because this is white, when you wet the white, and they said to saturate, like really, which is true because I noticed when you saturate it, the paint spreads way easier. So you wanna do pieces, and you spray, and as you spray the white, it gets dark, so you know you already did it, which is easier. I'm assuming some colors, I guess if it's dark, maybe it's not so easy, but. And that's it. You just spray first. And I didn't do the whole, like wet the whole bed first because by the time I got to the end, it would probably be dry. So I'm just doing quarters, like pieces. And once I finish one piece, I go to the next piece. And I kind of do it even. And then with the paint, I'll backtrack. So that's my first step, which I almost forgot. Then I take the brush, I dipped it in this paint, mixed with water in the mixture, and all I do is I come up here and you just get it in there. You just really want this to absorb. And then you do your little circular motion. And this first layer is supposed to be light, like a thin layer. You're not supposed to, technically it's not gonna cover 100%, which even though it's not supposed to, with the first coat that I did on the other side of the bed, it was pretty even. So you just, and you know, just keep circling it in, circle, circle. And this really kills my hand, but it's not that bad. And again, this paint doesn't paint the wood. And if it does, like if you get some on, you can just wipe it off. So as you see, I'm going in circles. And then, and it goes a long way. I mean, it's not like, because it's so thin, it does spread evenly. And there I go again. And yeah, this looks darker, but I'm gonna go over what I did already. So I kind of blend it in. And you want to go fast because it does dry pretty quick. I mean, it doesn't dry. It takes 2 hours apparently to dry, but it does dry as you're doing it, so you don't want to have any marks. So you want to just keep going without stopping once you start. And get it into the edges because that's what I noticed took the longest to cover was my edges. So you see how slowly it's actually pretty even here. I think I can do a little more, but I do have the light behind me, so I can't tell. And again, they said it even in the videos that the first coat is not gonna cover everything. You're supposed to have like some spots. So I dipped again in my Très Chic bucket. And circle, circle, circle. I know I didn't circle. My hand is getting tired. But anyway, so you guys get the gist of this, and I'm not gonna bore you watching me to do the whole thing because I watched so many of these videos I was already exhausted just from looking. But I will finish this side, and then when I start the second coat on the other side, which should be dry in about an hour, I'll come back and do the video for the other side. So we see what the second coat looks like. So let's see. Here, I just started again. So yeah, this is darker. But once I blend it in with the other area, you'll see that it's not so dark. And once it dries, it does dry lighter. Even though my goal is to have a darker color, like the one on the bottle. See here, it's not taking, but they said it's okay in the other videos. And see, I made a little bit of a mess. So I'm gonna show you just with a piece of paper. Well, I made a bigger mess. It cleans up right away. It's just water, like a water-based paint, so it's not a big deal. It's just my paper towels are dirty. And one thing I just realized when I was taping the bed, don't tape it with your gloves because your gloves get stuck. I'm sure everybody that knows how to do this knows that, but I didn't. So I'll see you in a bit. I'm gonna keep doing this. And as you put it on, it's darker. And then once it dries up a little bit lighter. So I think maybe in maybe the third coat of the paint should be enough to get it pretty dark. And then we'll continue with the bling. After I finish doing all the painting, then I'm gonna go into the wood part and paint that. All the woodwork will be like gold leaf or gold something. And then I'll put like the crystal buttons in. So it's a little bit of a project, which I probably won't finish all today, but at least I'll do a lot of it today and then I'll finish it by tomorrow, hopefully. So I'll be back as soon as I'm done and starting on the second coat. All right, ciao.